If you don't mind, go to Genesis. We've spent time recently in Genesis. We last week talked about Genesis 3, and we'll go start there again, Genesis chapter 3. You remember what happened there in the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve. There's going to come a moment when the first being on the planet to say those three letters ending with a question mark, the word why, it's going to happen in this story. As this story goes, there's a tree, knowledge of good and evil, Adam and Eve in the garden, and in the cool of the day, God would come and walk with them and talk with them and teach them, and my goodness, they knew nothing. And God turns to Adam and Eve and says, look, this tree, it represents the freedom I guarantee my children. I am a God of love and a God of freedom, which means our relationship is going to be based on your choices. My will is that you be free to break my will. But that's the only way love can exist. So when you see that tree, you know, I promise you freedom. You can eat from that tree, but let me tell you what it will be. That will be your way of saying, I want to break off this relationship. And you will be engaging in what we are going to call, Adam and Eve, you have no way of understanding this language, we're going to call that sin, and sin will kill you. Another idea you don't know about. They end up at the tree, and a different story is told. No. Sin doesn't kill. What are you talking about? Sin doesn't kill. Freedom, yes, but you're free to be more. You're free to live large. You're free to have it all. God just doesn't want you having what He has. You should take it. This thing, this sin thing, don't worry about it. Isn't it amazing? God warns us what would happen. And then when it does, we wonder why. As if to say, we want to believe the story of the serpent, and now having lived through it, this is not just okay, as Adam and Eve were told it would be. Amazing how quickly sin escalates. For there at the tree, it starts with the desire of the heart, and it moves to a fabricated logic of the mind, and out to the hand and a fruit taken, a bite, and then invading the relationship between Adam and Eve. So that when God will come back to that garden, if you watch closely, I think you'll see His lips moving, and there will be one word repeated with a question mark. Why? I believe the first being on this planet to ask and utter that question is God Himself. Why would you do it? Why? Was I not enough? But sin has been flipped on. You have no concept of what is going to happen. Why would you do it? As we encounter such pain, one of the things you must know is that God is stable and strong enough to handle it when we are confused and scream out to Him. Scripture shows evidence He is not in a problem if you need to call out to Him. Confusion, concern, frustration, and even anger. In fact, we read from Psalm 91. If you back up to Psalm 98 or 88, Psalm 89, what you're going to read is a psalmist who says, all these things you promised me, and they're not happening. Where are you, God? Over and over, where are you, God? Why is this not happening? And Jesus says this to you and to me. Come. That's the big key. Come to me. Come if you have burdens, and I will take them, however heavy they are. And if you need to actually take some swings at my gut, that's okay. I'm good. I'm good. Come to me. All you who are burdened, come to me. Come to me.
Hi, I'm Dave Ferguson. I'm the pastor of the Collegedale Church here on the campus of Southern Adventist University. You know, it seems to me this world is a mess, more than ever. And in the midst of it, the questions that are boiling up, we wonder, does Jesus have anything relevant to say about the problem in my life, the difficulty you're struggling with? I think He does. And I'd like to welcome you to subscribe to this YouTube channel as we explore the relevance of Jesus Christ in the everyday life of you and me. So subscribe, click the button.